Almost every week, a new horror movie is released, from small short films to big budget releases. But have you ever thought about the first horror movie that was ever released? Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be looking at just that, including a small watch along because the movie isn't that long. Stop it. Before we fully jump in, hey, how you doing? If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, it's good to see you again. Also, I'm doing a new setting in the camera quality, so let me know if it looks good. If it looks bad, I'm sure you're gonna let me know, but yeah. Alright, let's get into Le Manoir Du Diable. The French film Le Manoir Du Diable, otherwise known as House of the Devil, or if you go by America's release, The Haunted Castle, or if you go by the UK's release, The Devil's Castle, is a French film directed by Georges Méliès. Now that name might sound familiar to you, because he was actually a pioneer in film, specifically early cinema. I mean, obviously the title is the first horror movie ever, but his works in special effects and fantasy is what propels him above others during this time. You might know his other film, Le Voyage dans la Lune, or A Trip to the Moon, highly regarded as the first science fiction film ever, although that is debated. But what's less debated is his work in House of the Devil, because it's commonly accepted as the first horror movie ever released. It hit theaters in 1896, and this movie has a long run time of 3 minutes. And we're gonna watch it. Hopefully the video doesn't get copyright striked. If it does, I'll cut it up into clips, but I already pretty much checked, so I think we should be good. I mean, come on, 3 minutes is quick. Or so I've been told. I'm on fire. Just like you would be if you don't wear protection. Remember kids, mistakes aren't only mistakes. They can also be 18 years worth of responsibility. Alright, movie time. Did you like it? Alright, so we're gonna go over the plot just in case you didn't get it. And that's okay, because we can't all be perfect like me. Because if we were all perfect, then we'd all be ugly. So a bat walks into a bar, or rather a castle. And would you look at that? That bat just turned into a man. A little demon man. Mephistopheles. A famous demon originating from German folklore. And for Marvel fans out there, Mephisto is loosely based on him. In fact, Mephisto is actually another name for Mephistopheles. And since I played football in high school, I have brain damage, so I can't pronounce words with more than like 2 syllables. So we're gonna go with Mephisto. We watch Mephisto create multiple different human-like monstrosities, such as a person. Ugh. And I don't know what this other thing's supposed to be that's constantly crouching, but it can't be good for the knees. A group of rather violent brides, and some witches that accidentally bumped a stage set and making everything move, at around the 3-minute mark. We watch the demon Mephisto mess with the surroundings, making things disappear and reappear. I think he even made a fella do a self-reset, but like without the resetting part, so it's just... Oh my god! Oh jeez, oh my god! But in the end, a crucifix is what finally does away with the demon Mephisto. Oh Lord Jesus! Now, did I get that on first, second, or third viewing? Yeah, because I'm the best, okay? No, I honestly thought it was like a vampire just messing with 2 knights, which I guess is pretty close to what the movie was. In fact, many people refer to this movie as how many vampire stereotypes became stereotypes. Like the bat transformation.
Thursday, October 31st.
No, not you, my little sweet Pat-man, my little love child. The ability to just vanish, conjuring up brides, as well as the ability to hypnotize people. This was the first time that was seen on screen. Now I got the plot from IMDb.
These nuts!
And I don't know if that plot is like set in stone. I think it's more just a consensus. Because I don't know about you, but I just missed the window to interview George Méliès. While in the year 2024, we look back at pioneers in film with skewed lenses no matter what. Because we've been spoiled with amazing writing, amazing acting, and amazing directed filmography in the past couple of decades. And on top of the amazing story, there's HD and surround sound that will make Helen Keller get groovy with it.
You need to leave!
So it can be hard to realize how amazing something once was, back in the day. Like a grainy, cut-up film. Because ladies and gents, and everyone watching, this is the first time we've seen anything.
There was nothing. And then God said, "Let there be light!"
Can you imagine a vampire without anything to do with bats? Or how about something more mundane? Can you imagine a horror movie without anyone wearing a scary mask? And sure, scary is subjective, but imagine you showed a movie like Texas Chainsaw Massacre to the people in 1896, when Le Manoir Du Diable was released. Dude, their heads would explode. I mean, shit, show the scene in Scanners where that one guy gets his head just, you know... You would actually see that happen in real life. That's all to say that I'm not trying to say that you should think that Le Manoir Du Diable is scary. Because personally, I didn't have to change my diaper while watching it, you know, not to brag or anything, but rather to point out how far we've come in horror. And just movies in general, while still maintaining aspects from where we first started. And to bring that on a more human note, I think that represents us humans perfectly. Because look how far movies have come. Imagine what you can do all by yourself. Just get that shit out of here. This isn't about positivity. It's about negativity. Every anxious thought you have is validated. You just don't know it yet. If you've seen the film Hugo, the character played by Ben Kingsley, Hugo Carbret, is based off of George Méliès. And I've talked about George Méliès before on this channel. In fact, it was like the first commentary video like this that I released. It was a video I made back in a college class talking about the evolution of film, and he was on there because of his works in special effects. And I truly believe that we wouldn't have the filmography we have today without him, specifically with fantasy and special effects. So thanks Mr. Ghost Méliès. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you should leave a like. If you just enjoyed the horror movie, I'll link it in the description. You can go over there and then leave that a like. If you're really cool, you'll leave a like on both videos, and your day will be filled with sunshine and rainbows. Unless you live in London. Anyways, if you like this face and the words that come out of it, you should subscribe. And I'll see you next week. The video is over now. You can go home.